Hello everyone, it's Rob Magrino from AquaBLAST Fit, and this video is about how to use the AquaBLAST suction tether for warm-up exercises, punches, and kicks. We're going to start off when using the AquaBLAST bag. The bag is already set up, already suctioned down, but we're going to begin with doing some warm-up exercises just to get the body ready for the workout. So some of the things you can do with the bag tethered is just simple things like pushing the bag side to side, long extension motions, stretch out that arm, stretch out that chest. It's a great warm-up exercise. And just push that bag. It's 40 pounds of water. Another good warm-up is a straight push. Take the bag, push it forward, let it return back to you, and you can also push with one arm and alternating between arms. It's a nice pushing exercises. This is a push behind the back where you step around the cord and then push it back around again from the other side. Here's a fun one. This is kind of a leapfrog. Leap over the bag, turn around, leap over the bag again. So you just hike it right through your legs. Push that 40 pounds through your legs and warm up that body and the core. Now the bag has handles on the upper and the bottom, and you can use those handles to swing the bag through the water. Get a nice intense workout with your stomach. You can change hand positions easily with this. Throwing the bag downward is another good one. Just push the bag down, try to push it down and bounce it off the pool floor. The bag springs right back up to the surface. Now this next one's a little trickier, and it might be better to use the bag untethered when you're doing this one, and definitely stay away from the pool walls. Here you're balancing on one foot on top of the bag. So you can either do a step up exercise with one foot on the pool floor and then the other foot on the bag. And then notice my arms are just flailing around, trying to keep my balance. It's challenging, but it's a great core strengthening exercise. You can also use 2 feet on it. Then when you're done, you just hop off the bag and it pops back up to the surface. It's a little tricky getting it started, but once you get it, you'll enjoy it. Rowing exercises are another good one. The bag has a certain amount of buoyancy to it. So when you lift the bag up, the buoyancy kind of propels the bag upward. So you get an assisted lift. And then when gravity kicks in above water, then you have to lower the bag with some resistance. So rows are really great exercises. You can reverse your palms with the palms facing upward. Okay, so there's some of our warm-ups. And again, you want to work in water. I'm working in 3.5 feet of water. This is not optimal. I'd like to keep my shoulders below the water level at all times. So I'm going to be crouching down in this position just for demonstration purposes. But you may want to adjust the suction cup to a level like 4 feet or 4.5 feet, depending on your client's height. Okay? So the first thing to do is just some rapid punching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Send the bag off and then it comes back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push the bag out. And just light punches. Just get used to how the bag feels. It's very low impact in the middle of the pool, in the very center of the bag, I mean. And then you can do a little faster, kind of like a drum roll. If the bag has enough pressure in it, it'll make a little thump, thump, thump type of sound. Now, when you punch the bag, it'll rock in a certain position. So when you push it, notice how it rocks toward me. If I push it, kick it at the bottom, it rocks toward me. So you want to time your punches so that you can take advantage of that rocking motion. If you punch the bag like that, it's at a glancing blow, and it doesn't give you full contact. So that's why you want to hit it high, hit it low, and hit it high. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Switch arms. Let that muscle memory kick in. As you do this more often, your muscle memory will start to adapt to the water. You'll learn exactly where you need to hit it. And these are a little bit more technical because you have to hit high, hit low, hit high, and then you can just kind of mix it up a little bit. You can do a jab, 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 pum. Jab, 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 pow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the karate chop is a great one because it's very low impact. That's that soft pad. You want to keep your fist balled up and then just punch it from the side in a karate chop format. And when you do these, you can mix them up with karate chops and regular punches. A lot of times I'll hit it straight on with one arm and karate chop it with the other, but you can just mix it up in a lot of different ways. Now here I'm just kind of demonstrating where you get into kicks, that how you can get completely fully horizontal in the water very easily. Now when you kick the bag, what you'll want to do is sort of lean away from the bag. It's kind of counterintuitive. So if you charge the bag and try to kick it, it's a little bit more awkward, honestly. I find it's easier to just sort of lean back and kick the bag. And then you kind of bounce off the bag, bounce backwards off the bag. So you can get into a rhythm, plant your foot, wait for it to come back, kick, plant the foot, kick, plant the foot. That's not going to be this perfect all the time because there's going to be turbulence in the water, but your clients can get used to a rhythm this way, switching and alternating between legs. Now here, we're going to do a side kick, and this is where you kind of have to put your knee up, chamber that leg, lean backward, and kick the bag. So lean away, boom, bink. Okay, just okay. Now, if you kick the bag with your knee, it might be easier for some to kick it. You want to kick it from the side, driving it sideways into the side of the bag rather than from underneath. Just like that, where you're kicking the middle part of the bag with the knee. It's very low impact. You do have to stretch a bit to get in that position, but you're going to drive it sideways. And you don't want to really kick it straight up into the bottom of the bag because the little carabiner that holds the tether in place is down there, and you don't want to put your knee into that. Now here's a WWE Smackdown kick. And you can do these kicks very easily because you can get horizontal in the water. Now here I'm just kind of mixing up the punches. You'll notice that if you get into a routine, the bag is going to drift away. So that's when I take a step back and I charge forward. Okay, take a step back after a round and charge the bag and punch it. And then step back, charge the bag and punch it. Wait for it to come back. And just mix it up and do different things. Yeah, and just go right at it. And just corner the bag in the ring. And when you corner a bag like this, well, it's like you're up against the edge of the cage. You punch, 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 and then it just keeps drifting downwards. So you have to let up, ease up a little bit, let it come back to you. And notice how I'm straddling that suction cup from the sides. You really don't want to step on the suction cup, so just be aware of that. Now this is a side kick combination. I kick it twice in one movement. Drive the leg up, it's slow motion, because when you kick a side kick like that, it is very slow motion. And the other thing I'm going to try here, I'm just going to show you this now, is a spin kick. These are really fun. I would encourage your patient to try it. Stay away from the walls. Excuse me. When you have to pivot on a foot, you're going to use one of your arms to kind of help you propel around. If you look at my left arm, at the end of the move, right there, that arm sweeps downward and helps to keep my balance so I can do that spin. It does take a lot of practice, but they're so much fun once you get them down. Now, spin kicks are not your thing. Maybe it's better to start off with a spin punch or a spin elbow. So using your karate fists, your karate chop, spin around and hit it with the karate chop. Nice, easy punches. Make sure you make contact with the fist and not the forearm. And you can do this with the fist, or you can even do it with the elbows. The AquaBLAST is your opponent. It doesn't hit back. So you can be brutal with it. When you're done, you can just pop off the suction cup with a little red bead, and that's it. Blast away.